My parents sent me a gift box. My husband looked at it and said, "Don't open it." I asked, "Why? Can't you see it?" I looked closer and froze. I didn't open it. I did this instead. 30 minutes later, police were at the door. Prat 3. They weren't sending me a gift. They were sending me a problem with my name already printed on it. The knock came less than half an hour later. I opened the door to a uniformed officer, polite and expressionless in that practiced way. "Are you Amanda?" I nodded. "We received a report regarding a suspicious package delivered to this address. Would you mind if we came in and had a look?" A Jason stepped into view behind me. I opened the door wider. "Sure," I said. The box was still on the counter, unopened. Same taped edges. Same weight I hadn't been able to shake since it arrived. I gestured toward it. "That's the one," I said. The officer walked over. Looked it over like it might move. His partner stood just behind, eyes scanning the kitchen like we might have a warehouse tucked under the table. "It was addressed to you," he asked. "Yep, birthday present. From my parents." "You've opened it?" "No." He nodded once. "Would you mind if we opened it?" "Go ahead." They were methodical. Gloves, box cutters, everything by protocol. The flap peeled back with a dry sound. Inside bubble wrap, decorative pieces. The kind of soulless things people overpay for when they want to look cultured. A few little figurines, a certificate of authenticity, and a shipping slip with my name, of course. One officer scanned a QR code on the bottom of a piece. He glanced at his partner. They exchanged a look I couldn't quite rid. "Do you know what these are?" the first one asked. "I mean, they look like art." "Kind of," I said. "Do you know where they came from?" I shook my head. "I told you. My parents sent it to me as a gift." "Do you have proof of that?" I picked up my phone and played the recording. My mother's voice came through, bright and hollow. "Did you get our little gift? We just wanted to show you how much we love you. You're our girl." I stopped it there. It was enough. The officer nodded. "We're gonna take this with us. You're not being charged at this time, but this shipment matches materials in an active investigation." I gave a tight smile. "No problem." They boxed it back up like it was a biohazard, thanked me again, and walked out the front door with Jason trailing behind them. I sat down at the kitchen table. My coffee was still warm. That felt offensive somehow, like the universe was trying to suggest everything was normal. 3 hours later, my phone rang again. I didn't check the number, didn't need to. I answered. My mother's voice was no longer soft. "How could you?" I didn't respond. "You told the police it was Ellie's." "I told them who sent the package." I said. "You did. You know what this means for her?" "Yes, I do." "You could have kept your mouth shut. You could have said it was a mistake. You called me. You checked to make sure it arrived. And then you tipped them off. We didn't have a choice. You always have a choice. If they found it at your place, it would have ended there. Quiet. Contained. No one else gets hurt. So you sent stolen goods to my house in my name and hoped I'd be dumb enough to open them." Silence. Then my father's voice came in low, measured. "We thought they'd seize the items and move on. We didn't think they'd trace it back this far. But you thought they'd trace it to me. Amanda, you're stronger. You've always been stronger. She used my name. You used my house. Ellie's not built for this. And I am. You don't have kids. You'd bounce back. That was the reason. That was always the reason. You've always been the cold one." My mother said. "And now look what you've done." I didn't answer. I'd ended the call. Jason came back into the room, a cup of tea in each hand. He set one down in front of me and didn't ask anything. I looked at the counter. The space where the box had been felt like a scar. "They really thought I'd open it," I said. Jason sat down across from me. "They really did," he said. And that was all there was to say. A week after the police took the box, the detective called me again. I was halfway through a bowl of cereal. Jason had just left for work. The sun was doing that nice warm window thing. You know, when things feel like they might be okay again. Then my phone lit up. A known number. Of course. "Amanda, do you have a few minutes?" "Sure, why not?" "Burn it down before breakfast. We need to confirm something. Your name appears on multiple documents related to the business your sister operated. Have you ever registered a business under your name?" "No." "Have you ever listed yourself as a co-owner or manager for any company tied to art sales, resale platforms, or international supply chains?" Actually laughed. "I once tried to sell a bookshelf on Facebook Marketplace. That's as far as my entrepreneurship goes." He didn't laugh. Not even a pity chuckle. "There's a digital signature filed with your name and a business email address attached to a now suspended account. Let me guess. Amanda. Wellerson 3 sketchyartmail.com. It ends in .designs. Oh, of course it does.